Hey everyone, how you going? It's Bonnici here from Liquid Mixers. I'm here today to do a demo on a product by Softube. It's called a Console 1. As you can see, it's here on my right. It's set up as an SSL channel strip. So it gives you that real tactile response when you're mixing. I was mixing a track the other day, and I basically did it start to finish using the Console 1 to see how it would feel mixing a complete track from start to finish and getting that feeling of a mixing desk. And I have to say, it's got a really great feel. All the knobs here feel really good. What I really like about the Console 1 is the way it's laid out here at the top, the channel strips. You basically can choose whatever channel you want to work on, and it's there, so you don't have to touch the mouse. I just want to run through the Console 1 left to right and tell you what's going on the controller. So on the left here, you can see we have the input gain just here. We also have a high cut and a low cut filter, which is pretty cool. We can send those filters to the compressor here, which is fantastic if you need to basically sidechain that to your filters to the compressor. So you want, basically what that means is you can filter out any unwanted frequencies that you'd like to enter the compressor while you're compressing certain sounds, which is a great feature. Let's have a look at this section here, which is basically the shape section, which is either can be a straight up gate. As you can see here, you have your gate there, gate release, gate sustain, and the punch, which is pretty cool. So if you want to take the edge off a snare drum, let's say, or add more punch, you can use this feature. What I also like, it can also be a transient designer. So you can load that as a preset here. Moving on to the equalizer section, you'll see that you have a low frequency, and you can choose whether that's basically cut, shelf, or bell shape. The frequency's here and the gain is there. You can just change that. The next thing is the low mid range. So you can go, I think this goes down here, 200 Hertz, right up to 2.5K, which is cool. And also you have a Q there. And the next one is the high mid. So the high mid, and you've got that high mid frequency sweep, and also the Q there as well. If I just show you like that, see, there's the Q and sweeping through. And then you've got the high gain right at the end. There again, cut, bell, or shelf, and frequency. Moving on to the compressor. The compressor, as you would expect, has your threshold, release, attack. This is cool. It's got parallel, so you can introduce how much of the compression you actually want to introduce. I think that's a pretty cool feature. The ratio here, and also, turn it on and off. What I like about this next little section here is has a little drive section, which is great. Sometimes I don't like to use EQ. Sometimes I just like to use a little bit of drive to just make sounds pop a little bit. So you've got this character knob here, which is basically whether it's adding the drive to the top end of the sound or the bottom end of the sound. That's the way I kind of interpret that. You have your panning left and right. And also here you have mutes for each channel, solo for each channel, and mutes for each channel, and then your volume right here at the end. Great way, I love the way it's laid out, just left to right, but you can change the way those plugins behave, whether you want the EQ to come first, or the shape to come first, or the compressor. You can basically change the order up here, which is cool. What I love about the Console 1 is the tactile response. It feels like I'm using a mixer as opposed to being on the mouse the whole time during the mix. It gives you a very different feeling when you're mixing using knobs as opposed to using the mouse. The Console 1 comes with an SSL 4000 emulation by Softube, but also you can run another 60 different plugins by Softube or UAD that automatically map to the controller. So you can just call them up and use whatever you want, basically. What I like about the Console One is being able to change between whether I want to use an SSL 4000 on one channel, or I want to use a UAD plugin on another channel, or even like I could use a transient designer for the first shaper section, or I could use an EQ from my UAD for the EQ section, or a compressor from the Softube. You can mix and change up what you want to use on the controller, so it allows you to mix it up a little and be able to use different things for different situations, which I like. Overall, I think it's a great addition to the studio, and I'll be using them on all my mixes from now on. And the fact that it's giving me that tactile response again is really, really great. So you guys should go check it out. The Softube Console One. Yeah, check it out. It's awesome.